you know how this is going to go down?
I'm very confident how this is going to go down.
I wasn't asking you. Y'all are at the disadvantage, so you call lay on whenever you're ready.
So we're doing this immediately?
Full speed, let's see what happens.
Does that mean you're all ready?
Just trying to figure out how to lay on.
Dead.
Alright, not bad defense. Leg him, he was far away from you, so you're fighting somebody one-on-one. That was not a bad idea. The one thing that I didn't entirely approve of, in my opinion quickly, was that your only help, your only person to keep people off of you, you left them hanging. You attack the people over here, which is alright, but you need to be ready to help your only help.
Was to basically sweep this into you, stab quick, come back around here, and then come around here hoping he could actually hold off these two.
How many seconds do you think that's going to take for him to stop that?
Unfortunately, the problem is I see where you're going with this. Your problem was that both of y'all started out real close together. Did you start out how you were? He's already blocking you out from me. I took one
really
step this way, you had
way.
nothing on me anymore.
Gotcha.
So you have to pay attention to your friend. One of the Toby-isms that I like the best was the best person he's ever fought with, as far as him fighting Pole, was my ex-wife. Because she stays way the fuck away.
Has anyone ever met her?
Mm-hmm.
No. She wasn't that good.
Yeah.
She was
She's very timid, and she can throw shots, but
she could stop people from killing her, and she knew not to get hit in the face. If you went after Ben, I bet he probably would have gotten put the heck up. And that's just the way it would have been.
And I knew it was. You were both very
So if
close
we were back
together.
a little bit farther away,
Yep.
I could have tried to sweep.
If he was further
that would have
back,
only gotten 3 people.
But the
if he was
problem
further
if
back,
he was further
I could
away,
you're
split.
excluding
I
yourself.
get to here.
Okay.
I get to here, and I've closed off him, and now it's him, and I'm closing off most of your attacks. If you pop my leg, then you're popping my leg, and they've got free reign on you.
Once again, you have to understand how you need to work with him. This guy's only real job here, you need to understand this too if you ever fight Stormboard, is to not die. You need to keep this angle of attack from
Open
killing your
front.
killer. Because he's fighting with a speed pole, his job is to murder people. He needs to become a mass murderer at this point because there's a mass and you almost commit murder. When I come in, if you decide, oh, that's your ass, and you come for me because you want to be a really badass, then he just got in a real bad position.
He can't help
The
you.
problem with him being in a real bad position is assume I blow ass and you want to kill me. He just got jumped by 3 guys. That puts you in a real bad position all of a sudden because that's 3 guys coming in on a very weak angle for you. Your job is to not die. Your job is to murder off the people who are coming for you, and you must always, 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 always protect him. If all you do when Ben comes in is hook his Madu into his head, if you're fighting this way, and you throw a quick, nothing like, ugh, and you hook his Madu into his head, then that is protecting him. That is throwing this guy off so that if he needs to get some defense up, or throw a quick little shot, whatever, you have to always be aware of him. You always have to keep him alive.
Okay. Now, at that point, however, let's go ahead and just kind of play this out for a moment. If I'd actually hooked that, attempted to take him out, came back for a leg here.
Do that again. No,
In my
come
opinion-
back to me. Come back to me.
In my opinion, you would have
Come
been
back
way
to me.
overextended.
All right, you are overextended.
You're also,
Turn.
think about this. First thing you did was try to bind me on this, right? Okay, when you threw that shot, hit or miss, go ahead and throw it.
No,
What position have you just put yourself in?
In front of the shield.
One to bind him.
Okay.
If you miss, if he bull rushes, whatever, you have now given away the advantage that you were trying to take. You have just bound him in a horrible position, assuming you miss all of us or assuming you kill even me on the way through miraculously somehow. If we're all coming in and you manage to whoop that around and clip me in the chest on the way, to get back in the position you would have been in stabbing at him, trying to clear him out, I'm dead. All right? What do you think is going to happen now?
Well, at this point, he's pretty much right there with the pole and can actually take me out, even if I'm able to.
The one
back
way
on
out
him.
of this is to clear it away from your friend, who was doing the hooking. Be that drag it across the entire line, or pick it up and slam it across the other side of the line.
So you're thinking do
For some-
this and then just
What I would
rip
say
it back across
is from
and open
here,
him up, or
slam it over here.
Whatever you do,
A polearm going across your face makes you stop quick.
you're stopping, you're
Not hitting
you're
you.
binding up on the only person there to save your life right now. Because with your last ditch effort to save Joe Cool over here, you have put yourself in the worst possible position you can be in. You are entirely vulnerable because you're basically standing sideways with nothing but an inch in front of you to protect your life. You are in a terrible position and you put him in a bad position. Assuming you kill Ben, and that went really well, You know, you clip me on the way, and you managed to kill Ben. Now you have a polearm fighter ready to take you in the gut, and you have bound up. You have bound up his attack.
And your
his
friend's
attack
back
reaction.
is exposed too.
Okay.
It's real
So
quick.
at this position, if everything goes wrong and things just suck, he has the easiest shot in the world for your gut, and he has a very easy cross on a dude who just got checked, most likely by your polearm. Because even assuming you kill Ben, you know, let's say you catch him right in the gut, he's already charging forward.
Bam.
So what's going to continue happening as he charges forward is, even without intending to, he's going to contend to bind your only ally, and you're hooking him up.
Okay.
I'm not saying let him die, but you also have to understand how you need to defend him.
Putting a feint in me is okay.
Yeah. This, for a kill, I would not do. That's too much commitment to something that will not pay off. He is the warlord, don't get me wrong. You know, he's the badass. Those three are bad enough though. If it was me and I was worried about getting a little protected over there, it would be something quick. You know, not binding up my opponent. It would be enough to let him know, you know, he's paying attention to me. You know, he's got something for me, and that still leaves me well open to be attacking people in front of me.
Do you notice the
When-
feint that Toby just put up too? Put him in position for a shot, not actually a shot.
Everything is transitional. If I intend to kill this guy, this is not a good way to kill this guy. Because right now I have, you know, I can still see both of them, which is good. You know, that's important. He's dead. That's great. I'm also coming in on his best defense side, and I'm having to get across somebody to be able to attack his buddy. That puts me in a very one-shot position. It's like pool. You know, you can knock one into the pocket, but you got to have a setup. You got to be able to intend what's coming next. So if I were intending to attack him, I would never commit myself to that kind of stab. I'd be way more likely to not want to kill him, because I can throw an arm at him on a draw and be ready to attack him, because he's probably a tweaker. So if I take an arm into him and he's out of the way, I can be ready to come back to an attack. If I commit to having to reach far enough to get a kill, I'm overextending myself and I'm putting myself in a bad situation. With the speed pole, it is your job to be a killer, but you have to make sure you understand what the greatest threat is. I know we talked yesterday, he's the one who's the greatest threat because he can kill you. That doesn't necessarily mean he has to be the first one to die no matter what. All right? Let's try it again. Let's try to creep down this way a little bit. We'll have the rust, but we'll be away from the trees, because I really don't want y'all back into that stuff.
Wow.
Much better. One thing that was good was as you maneuvered backwards, you maneuvered backwards away from him. What that did is it made him and him have to go around him first.
And it
So
gave room for your pole to work.
So it helped you single out people as they were coming. Because if two people are advancing together, come here. If two people are advancing together, we're advancing together. If two people are advancing together around a corpse or a tree, we now have to break up, even if it's for a moment, to be able to get around. At that moment, you're going to begin fighting people one-on-one. Y'all switch up, and we'll see how it goes the other way.